I'm going to show you how to install the Luger mainspring. It's pretty difficult doing it the ways I've seen online. It's pretty easy to break the frame because it's milled out so thin. This part I took from the internet and it seems to work pretty well, but you're going to need some pliers or channel locks, and you're going to want to hold it. Ideally, you're going to want to get this hook latched on one of the last rungs of this spring. So I'm going to clamp onto it and take a punch and stick it through this hole. And this is a lot of force to get this done, but you're going to need to push it until you get on that last rung like that. Let's see if I can get it there. So it's on the last rung, all as a unit. Now we're going to need to get that in the frame. You're going to want to make sure you have the link right here in, and you want to make sure the hooks are facing forward and that the bar is at the bottom right there. You're going to want to go in from this side, and essentially we're not worried about hooking it on this yet. We just want to get that hook in between through there, or else it's not going to fit. The easiest way to do that is to sort of line that up part first, and you want the hook on the spring to be facing forward also. It's going to hook from the back side onto that link. So I'm going to get it somewhat in between that hole so that I can take a punch. And usually I set down the frame like that. I'm taking the punch and I'm pushing it down and into the frame. So it's not actually hooked yet. The hook is just through those that cutout, and I've compressed the spring into the frame. This is the part that's tricky because you're going to need to compress the spring, get the hook onto this bar. The ways I've seen it online is basically brute forcing it, but with a vise it makes it pretty simple. So all I do is I take that same punch and make sure that hook on top of the spring is facing forward, and I take this and I put it in the vise like this. And if you're worried about scratching your frame or something, you take a towel and just lay it out. So I'm going to take the punch, put it through, place the punch across the vise jaws. Let's see if I can bring this up closer for you guys. So I've got the punch across the vise jaws. I'm going to be pushing down through the vise jaws, and I'm going to take something like tweezers, and I'm going to move that hook until it hooks over the bar on the link. So let's see if I can do this in the first try. And I'm going to brute force it, push up, see, and this way you can have a lot of pressure and play around all you want. So you can move that spring on the bar, and that was it. You just got to make sure it's hooked on that link right there, and you're good.